darkness giving way to light. And there, in the heart of the sunrise, a rooster crowing cup of joe with Poe. It's not just coffee, it's a ritual. A moment to savor. A gentle nudge to seize the day. With every sip, feel the warmth of the sun and the promise of a fresh start. Because a great day begins with a great cup. Wake up with Poe, and let the sunrise work its magic.
Good morning, and welcome to Cup of Joe with Poe. Today we're dealing with perception, how one may view the world, themselves, etc. Listen, it's real simple, and I keep reiterating on this. There's point A, your birth. Point B, when you die. In between is that ride, the journey. Now, a lot of us get swept away with things, and I want to show you a quote here. I think this really fits the narrative on how I've been seeing things and operating lately. Now, this is, living in the now refers to the core concept thought by Eckhart Tolle, which emphasizes the importance of being fully present in the current moment rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Essentially, focusing on awareness on the now as the only reality to achieve inner peace and happiness. Everyone, we all have our days when them chemicals are pumping a different direction or something in our brains, and it literally has us feeling kind of gloomy. Weather can even affect that. Today, outside, it is not the nicest day out. It's extremely windy. It's been raining off and on already, and that can be somewhat, frustrating, because as sentient beings, we need the warmth of the sun. Okay, so let's get back to this living in the now, which refers to perception, because when you wake up, the things you see around you is what you perceive. Now, let's not even get into the smoke and mirrors and the glitz and glamour and how some want to purvey themselves in this tangible world that truly is just from point A to point B for that individual. So that's your perception, what you see right now, what's around you. Now, if you woke up and you was thinking about the past, maybe the events that had happened the night before, and I love to take myself back to moments when maybe I was battling with addiction, or running from the law, or waking up in confinement, or the list goes on, right? Those things can be weightsome. It not only does it weigh on you, but it's a waste of that weight. So shed it. Just let it go, right? Don't worry about the past, because, mind you, the past, perception-wise, can be used against you, because people can see the things you've done, and it can also be the truth. Now, the past can show a track record, a MO, mode of operation, right? That's not to say that can't be broken by the individual once they're aware and they can see properly through perception, to look back at that and say, hey, that did this, this, and this, and led to these events. Change that, right? Don't think that you're here to save the world. I'm trying to save the world right now by talking through this camera, and I hope I'm reaching someone. I hope that as they're perceiving this message through their device or whatever it is they're using to watch this, and thank you for tuning in to Cup of Joe with Poe. And before I go much further, let's say you wake up in the morning and you're just having a bad day, and you've had a bad day for a while. Well, that's why you can go ahead, get online, type in Inhale More, and when you do, find the product that suits you for mood altering, for stabilization, whatever it may be that you want in your life, or just fun, or maybe you just like that feeling like your boy Poe does. Go down to where it says promo code, type in all one word, no space after, Cup of Joe with Poe and get your 15% off. Now, mind you, that 15% off comes back and helps Cup of Joe with Poe keep bringing important content like this to change the way we perceive our reality in which we live in. Now, back to this. The future hasn't really came yet. So why worry about something that's not even here? Sure, prepare, but know already, as people roll through life on autopilot, how they perceive it, it's the same thing. Think of it in your mind as a really fast forward movie that you're watching a segment of someone's life where the alarm clock rings, ring, and they speed, it's real fast. Boom, bathroom, bam, breakfast, kids off to work, kids off to school, you're off to work, lunch in between, bathroom break, back to work, off work, way home, trip home, stops, dinner, showers, love making with loved one, sleep, bell goes off again, back up. It's same routine. Then the weekend comes and it's usually the same thing too. Go out with some friends, come back, bam, just the same thing. All through their life up until, big periods or points hit throughout that life that maybe change or rock the foundation for a moment, and then it just goes right back. Okay, that's the autopilot. And there's nothing that's amazing. That's like the overwhelming American dream perception. The nuclear family and all that. That's amazing. And that is a reality for a lot. I hope those are some of the people watching too. If so, good job. Keep up the good work. Keep raising families. Keep doing what's right. Live with morals and ethics throughout that point A to point B. And in between the travel, one thing you got to remember, sometimes it's not about the destination at all. It's about the journey on the way. Okay, so every day is a new day. Don't let one day beat you down and define tomorrow. Tomorrow has not come yet, so don't worry about it. It'll bring anxiety. Nobody wants anxiety. Don't worry about the past. The past has already happened. It usually brings bad feelings. Now, you can remember great things. Me, I'm a memory holder myself. I won't let go of memories. But that's for me to share with you so that you don't have to. We can break that. A wise man told me once, learn from others' mistakes so you don't have to make them. Perceive the world properly. And I hope that you enjoy your day today. If you get a chance, look up some Tolle. I think that he's amazing. He actually has a thing on love that will also really wake you up. Now, in our travels, we meet some people. I got to tell you about this. I thought this was quite amusing, and it kind of differs from the topic, but still, let's dive into this one. Give me a moment. So as we've been here in Lahaina, whatever, Ohana, Hawaii. This is a Mormon city. I really enjoy it. I truly believe this is the best city on this island by far. Absolutely amazing. There's BYU campus here, Brigham Young University, and it's a religious college. And I advocate for religion. I think it's amazing, and it's a great foundation to operate your life off of. Now, when you start really digging into the religions and what they believe and how they believe it, I am still blown away by this one. So I got to run into a guy yesterday and pick his brain a little bit. He was an older gentleman. He was from the Sooner State, which is Oklahoma, correct? Correct, Oklahoma. He's been here for a few months. Amazing man, really knowledgeable. But I seen immediately that he was on the fence almost about what he was believing in. You can always tell when you talk to people. And this part of Cup of Joe with Poe, you might want to turn the camera off. If you are a avid believer in a certain religion or ideology, this is the point where you're probably like, no, I don't agree. Well, I have been doing a lot of research and looking into things. So the universe, how old it is, where we're at, our place in this vast, I mean, it's overwhelming. It's uncomprehendable, the size of everything and how small we truly are. Wow. You know, we think that we are just like this dominant thing. Well, let me get back to this conversation. I wanted to know more about the Mormon faith, and I gave him a chance to give his pitch because I thought his name was Elder. What was it, Elder? Yes. But it's just a title. I didn't know that. But I thought that was his name because he was wearing a name badge. So they have a hierarchy just like most tribalistic things do with their, which I understand in certain roles and aspects such as military, and a lot of things should have that, but it's within religion, it's a little, I think that's a tricky subject there. Whatever. Beyond that, I wanted to see if he truly believed in God or not, and the path there through their faith. So the man Joseph Smith, I might be wrong again because I'm messed up with names, digs in the side of a hill, which, you know, he clarified, he was given the insight, and I told him, I said, let's look at it beyond a spiritual, without anything that's not tangible within this story. So that's going to be hard to deal with most religion to begin with. So digs in the side of a hill and finds gold plates with Egyptian writing on it, and has a seeing stone so he can read it and no one else, yada yada yada. They have the Old Testament and they have their version to the Mormon Bible, and Jesus is a shapeshifter that has went to different cultures, and God is from a planet called Hobobo or something. I'm sorry that I'm slaughtering this, and I mean it with all due respect. I am so sorry. I apologize because I know I'm not pronouncing these things correctly, and it's truly out of human error, because we are just human, are we not? So beyond that, he's looking at me and wanting to know a little more, and he's seen I didn't have my shirt on and I have the 6-point stars all over me, so he's probably assuming by the look of it that I'm you know, old. I don't even know, honestly. I don't know what people think. Tell you the truth, nor do I. I do care what their perception is of me. I truly do. That's why I don't just look like the guy in Miami that we seen, Moses, that was, oh my God, he was real to life Moses. I asked him, how long have you been here? And he looked at me and he was like, forever. Man, he was there forever. I know he was. So I tell the guy, I'm like, you do understand humans are 650,000 years old on this earth that's billions of years old, and there's been plenty of civilizations, and we're just floating through space, really being drugged by the sun, and the vastness of everything. Don't do too much research, it'll ruin religion. And he looked at me and he was like, God created it all. Maybe I just need to replace the word God with alien at this point, because you ever watch Star Trek? Star Trek? Whatever. The Q. I'm talking about some Next Generation. This is Picard and them, right? This is the good Star Trek shit. Well, they're all good. To an extent, man. After that, it's all bad, to tell you the truth. Deep Space Nine, all that other crap. Whatever. The whole TV thing is crap to begin with. I don't even like TV no more either. the idiot box. Q, this entity that just pops up and does whatever it wants and has complete power. That's their equivalent of God, pretty much. Man, I'm more apt to believe at this point in my life the simulation theory over God. I am at that point in my life where I would be more to believe that this is all a simulation over top of there's a mystical, magical force that is unseen, unknown of, unbeknownst. There is no go outside and scream the worst obscenities in the world while fingering the air and denouncing and think lightning's just going to come down. But it's not TV, it's not movies, it's not from someone's imagination to paper. These people had to explain things from their what? Their perception. If you go back in time and you didn't know no technology or nothing, and you seen some fire from the sky ascend down and some beings walk out that are real bright and shiny, just like it says in the Bible and stuff, you would obviously think, man, that's a god. You wouldn't think, well, that's now if that happens, fuck, that's an alien. No, duh. So I don't see why people don't, but I don't want people to wrap their mind around that. I want people to still go to church and believe in God and pray every night and get on their knees. I want that for society because I think that's a more wholesome, better society. That whole, this is your roadmap, do unto others as you want them to do unto you, and all that stuff. Amazing. Don't kill each other, don't eat your own. All that shit is just amazing. 2 of these, don't make no child, you know, and all that. Amazing. Love whoever you want, once again. Not a hater of love, a promoter of love, but love isn't even real anyways. Read some Tolle. Or don't, depending on where you're trying to go with things. But we're almost at that point where we're going to sign off here. But before I go, one more quick time. Inhale.com. Inhale more, all one word, inhale more, okay? Put it in, you'll see the little triangle logo with the colors, right? You tap on that, you find your product. Now me, flower guy, as we all know, but currently no flower. We are going through our going home, prioritize things. We just don't have the money for it. It is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. You're going to live and die anyways. And I remember back being a child and playing with toys and things. I use Dianetics a lot. By the way, if you're not hip to this, try it. There's a book. I don't recommend reading this. Try if you may. If you can get through Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard, maybe? I don't remember the author's name. It's going to come up if you just put in book and then Dianetics afterwards. It's going to show a volcano on the cover. Man, when you smell something and you're in a certain state of mind where you're not dealing with past or future, you're just in the present, living in the now, truly in the moment, and you smell lavender, and if you allow yourself, you can go to that moment when you first really realize that smell, right? And it'll all be like right there. Then later on in life, you can almost evoke these things within your mind because it's so powerful. It's a computer itself that you can bring those emotions and feelings up like this. See? That's nice, ain't it? Well, we're going to sign off. We love you guys. Oh, use the promo code Cup of Joe with Poe, all one word. And smoke one for your boy. Inhale more.